So today is 26th of March. We'll first of all start by looking at the strength of various pairs, symbols. So as you can see, today we have GBP as the strongest. Sorry, it keeps oscillating. We have GBP and AUD switching places. So this is the strongest, AUD, P. Then we have the weakest as USD. And so today we are basically going to look at a combination of either GBP or USD, P or CAD, Australian dollar or US dollar, and US dollar, Australian dollar, and Canadian dollar. So if we are to trade today, know that these are the symbols that the strongest, where we are likely to see very strong moves, and that is based on the strength. So on the other side we have the trend. Today as we are speaking, currencies where we have all like a good euro, seen some good buy. We have an active uptrend. JPY we've also had a very good active uptrend. EuroChef we've had a very good uptrend, and we also have Euro NZD where we've had good uptrend, good as such, but has been so other than those ones, there's no other place where we are seeing good trend other than the ones which I've mentioned, other than in Euro. So today consider charts where active. If there's a chart where there's no clear trend, trade it. It's better not, just let it be and give you the correct answer that you trade it. So as it is now, these are the only charts where seeing the possibility of price better to a direction. So let's see what we have individually, various pairs, GBP USD. So I'll start with this one. This one we've been downwards. As you can see, the price has been moving to the lower side for some times now. We've seen price move down, a slight correction, it continued down, a slight correction, down, a slight correction, then down, this correction, and then move down before we've seen this. Like, this is a very good massive correction. So this could be a sign that we are changing direction to the upper side. Whatever you are seeing now, this correction would be a sign that we are changing direction to the upper side, but it's not a confirmation. So the reason I'm still reluctant to buy it, because on the weekly we actually had a level here. This is a very good zone. So if we are to trade anything, then it should be this one. This is you're supposed to be looking for a sell on Euro USD. Expect price to close below 0.8243. The price closes below that zone, then that will be a confirmation that we are continuing. So you should look for a sell within zone here. Expect price to go below 1.08243. So that's the same thing we are seeing on the weekly, on the 1 hour chart. That's how it looks on the 1 hour. If you have to draw it correctly on the 1 hour, you'll have something like this. You also have something like this from the bottom. So you can see we actually have some resistance here. We have some resistance, a resistance there, have a resistance there. So this should give us a correct place we want to sell from. If the price gives us any sell signal here, that will be a very good place we want to sell from, up to this support, the one on the lower side. So we'll pick a sell here. We expect that sell to take price up to this support where it should break below, then push price much lower up to this point, 1.06515. So let's move forward to GBP USD. Same thing is happening with GBP USD. If you check weekly chart, you can see that we're supposed to have a sell here, but the price is not yet there. So we had some support where there's a break. So if the price comes back up to 1.21430, 1.20532, then this one here should be the correct place we want to sell from. This is the correct place I want to sell from. This one here is a very good place out. So if the price can pull back maybe up to 1.21430, 1.20532, this should be the correct place we want to sell. So simply wait for pullback up to this point, pick a sell. If you see any sell signal within that zone which I've drawn, that should give you the place you want to pick a sell from. So let's move forward. Let's move forward and see what we have. Chart DJPY. DJPY is this and here. So USDPY so far, this is how I drew my lines previously. I had a support, and then also had a support here. So this was a very good level before, and then I also had this as a support, a resistance. We have this one as a resistance. We also have this as a resistance. Then this one on the lower end. So technically, we expect price to get either to this level here. If it has gone above this high, we'll let it go up to this point. It should break above and then continue much higher. So if you are to trade this chart based on the weekly chart, then these are the levels. The ones which I've drawn, the zones which I've drawn, are actually the places where you want to trade from. So let price give you a good trade, and you trade it when the price gets to any of those levels. So let's move forward to the next symbol, SP500. So SP500 should be a sell. It should be a very good sell. The reason I'm saying it should be a sell is because we actually have a level here which was broken. It's a very good support previously. Then this gap below it, it has pulled back up to the same place. So this should give us the best place we want to sell it from up to this point. Basically, it should go down up to this level here. So we want to look for a sell as we're speaking now. Even in the course of next week, we want to pick a sell. We expect that sell to take us up to 21.3 or 20.97.5. So we want to sell it and hold on to the sell up to this point, 21.3, 20.97.5. We want to sell it there. Expect price to go up to this point here. So let's move forward. Let's see what we have. Next symbol. That should be gold. So this is gold. So far, it's been upwards. It's moved massively to the upper side. And as I'm speaking now, this actually should give us a very good place to buy from. And the reason I'm saying that is what I'm going to explain now. We have a support here. So have a support. We do have a resistance which was broken. We have a support, a support, a support. This means we expect price to go up to this level here. So temporarily, if you're doing the daily trading, you're supposed to be considering a buy position. Consider a buy position within this zone. Expect that buy to take price first up to 1632.51, where if the price goes above, then expect it to proceed much higher. So there is a level here where if the price does not go up from 1588.63, it may likely continue down up to this point, 1538.005. So if the price goes below this level, then expect it to proceed up to this point where we look for a buy. But if it bounces off from this zone, take your profits around 1632.51, this level here. So the last symbol should be Brent oil. For Brent oil, so far as you can see, the Brent oil has been bearish for some times. Now we've seen price move to the lower side, and delete this. I'm not using it. So we have a level here. This is the correct place you want to sell Brent oil from. Price pulls back up to this zone perfectly. This should be the correct place we want to sell from. So technically, we'll have our support here. Have our support there. Support is a break, retracement, a resistance. So should the price get to that level, that is, should the price get to 32.326, 31.30, that should give us the correct place we want to sell from. So let's wait for something like this. Price should move down, bounce back to the upper side and to the lower side, correct itself, be up to the same trend line, so that see a sell. That sell should first take us up to this point here. So this should be it. If you are looking at this chart now, expect a sell, also expect a sell. So we wait for a sell there, also wait for a sell when the price goes below this trend line here. So thank you very much. That should be the end of today's webinar. If you have any questions, kindly feel free to post them for me on the chat option. Should be able to respond to them in 10 minutes. So thank you. See you. I'm going to put for us back the trend indicator so that we're able to see the trends. This is where we have the normal trends. You can check if there's any symbols which I've not talked about, but you can find it here. You're able to see the trend and also the strength of that particular currency. So thank you very much. We'll meet again tomorrow and see you.